Might as well. Check one, check two. Check one, check two. We live in the building, man. What's the deal?
Proper phone.
IG live, YouTube live. Check one, check two. We live in the building. Fucking Twitter. Somebody's phone going ill right now.
That's me.
All right, we back. We check everybody levels. Everybody levels good. I heard P and shit because he was actually talking before the show. Probably not gonna say nothing now. This nigga notorious for sliding the microphone all the way next door somewhere. So now I just defeated the whole purpose. Now I can't hear the nigga. I peeped that last show. I was like, dog, like he was sounding good at first, and then at some point, I guess he slid that bitch next door and shit.
I slide it back, man.
It's all good, man. I mean, you be having some shit to say, so I just be wanting the people to hear.
There we go.
My man Bill just checked in. What up, though?
What up, Bill?
Nigga breaking out his mask and shit. It's Wednesday, and it's 10:20. We're a little bit late. It's okay. Waiting for some people to check in on IG Live. We giving away lunch on the block today, dog.
Okay.
Excited.
Square bed.
Excited. You know why? Because I came up with a dope-ass motherfucking trivia question that I don't think nobody gonna know for real. They might know, but it's because I watched this shit a whole lot. Somebody might know. I ain't gonna say it yet, though, but I'm gonna tell you all in a minute. It's gonna be
Did you get
dope,
old girl
though.
book out?
Huh?
Did you get old girl book out?
No, not yet. I gotta get the address again so I can send it out or do a drive-by or something. All right. So we got people checking in, man. Look like Facebook Live on Monk Money's page. IG Live, we still got some people coming in. All right, fuck it, let's get to it. You ready?
Let's go.
Yo, you know what it is, man. The Live is Cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth, cuz.
Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial. Right this moment, man, is your boy, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205. I got my man, Angry Man, in the building. This nigga talked his whole ass off before the show.
Well, stop.
Well, stop. My man bought money holding it down.
You already know what it is.
Fooling, man. Dog, all right, so we in this thing, dog. It is Wednesday. It's Social Media Wednesday, so make sure you check us out on Instagram and on Facebook, everywhere, basically. Hit my mans up, though, at Real Monk Money, and, of course, myself at Q.Lewis313 and Angry Man 48205. Angry Man 48205. Make sure you follow him right now.
Holla at your boy.
You know what I'm saying? He probably got like 3 pictures up, but it's okay. That nigga still, he alive out here. It's all good. My man Lucius Washington just checked in. He got his own page now. Shout out to Lucius.
Yeah.
You see that nigga page, man? Shit kind of funny, though. He got all the motherfucking black exploitation on that
I
motherfucker.
don't even want to imagine what he got on his
All the
page,
black
man.
exploitation, man. It's all good, though. So we back in the building, man. Wednesday, middle of the week. Shit, we in the studio. Niggas is, niggas doing good.
Yeah.
Healthy for the most part and shit. You know what I'm saying? I say for the most part.
Before we get rolling.
I was going to say, did you want to do that?
Before we get rolling.
Yeah,
R.I.P. You was my man.
for sure.
Love you much, brother. Pops, keep your head up, man. You're not out here alone. I know you lost your last sibling, but we got you, man.
For sure.
One love, Unc.
Yep, no doubt, man.
Let's
Rest in
move
peace.
on. Uncle passed away.
Yeah, the other day.
Sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that.
For sure.
My condolences.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so on a less somber note, my man Shad just checked in. What up, though? Hey, so look, real quick before we get into this whole subject, Bill hit me to this in my inbox earlier. I think we was gonna touch on it anyway, but Big Gretch, dog.
Big rich.
So they're trying to give Big Gretch the motherfucking buffs, right? So I posted this shit the other day. Like I really thought about that shit. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to get her the buffs, right? But then at the end of the day, she a politician, nigga. I think all politicians at some point are the same. So I don't know if we should be she thug life as far as politicians go. I don't know if she'll continue to be that after she higher than a governor though.
But it doesn't matter at this point.
I mean, she
bro.
can't take them motherfuckers.
Like I know we said they politics and all that shit, but you know what I mean. Like it's. I mean, we already picked the lesser of the evil anyway, so we just deal with our lesser of the evil. And Big Gretch, you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, Big Gretch. If y'all not from Michigan, then you gotta know Big Gretch is Gretchen Whitmer, which is our governor, who been kind of holding shit down. You know what I'm saying? Through this whole pandemic. But yeah. So my man, what's his name? G Mac Cash and shit. This dude be making some funny ass videos. Yeah. But he like made a legit GoFundMe and shit for niggas to donate money and get her some buffs up. So you know what happened? Niggas really donated money and they made the money, but she couldn't accept it. So they ended up giving the money to some kind of fund in the city and shit.
I mean,
Like they gave it away to charity.
She's doing what the fuck she can, man.
I mean, I think it's dope though, but
I mean,
what I'm afraid of is us. Like, you know, sometimes we get behind politicians and we shouldn't necessarily be doing that shit.
I mean, you know, I don't think
she for us though. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's a for us, by us, or do us movement.
Fool.
You know what I mean? I think she's just doing the best the fuck she can, and she catching a lot of rhetoric, not from us.
Oh yeah,
and that's the fucked up part about it. You know what I mean? She's doing what she. I mean, we'll complain if she wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
Now we complaining because she doing shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the people. You know what I mean? I mean,
you can't please everybody, bro.
You know what I'm
definitely not complaining.
She's playing the numbers game.
Yeah.
You know, everybody cry. Everything is a business at the end of the day.
Yeah,
she's looking at the number of the people being infected, looking at the number of the people dying, and she's saying, you know, hey, you know, maybe we need to pipe it back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, when the last time we actually, and think about this, we had a governor that you actually saw doing shit when shit went wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is the first one that I've seen.
Yeah,
you know, growing up in Michigan and, you know, living here all my life. This is the first one I really seen. You know, I didn't catch the effects of Coleman because, you know, I was young.
Yeah.
But I hear a lot about, you know, I can imagine if this was him in office.
Oh, he said, Lucia said there's a New Era Detroit. That was the charity that she gave the money to.
You know what I'm saying? I can imagine if Coleman was alive, he'd have got on TV and told all you motherfuckers to shut the fuck up. You come outside when I tell you to.
John, that'd have been the end of that.
And that just would have been it.
Niggas would be like, all right, Kobe. That nigga's going to be like, or I'm going to shut all the fucking drugs down. Niggas like, oh, okay.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, she's doing what she thinks is right. At least she's doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I fuck with it all the way. I just don't want to get... You know, I just don't want to get too hype about politicians because they still politicians. Eh?
I mean, no, but you know, that's true. Maybe she got a bigger agenda. You know what I mean?
I mean, shit. Like I said before, bro, we always pick the lesser the evil, bro. We gotta wanna. She probably is evil as shit, but who cares, bro? She's holding it down right now at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
no doubt.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we already know this. You know,
right?
What I'm saying? Like. At some point, some politician did somebody dirty, somebody greasy to get to where they at.
That's just how it goes.
That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, shit, we just picked the lesser of the evil. We did good this time, actually, because like Angry Man said,
good.
Right, like Angry Man said, shit, this is the first time I ever seen one out in the public this much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's a pandemic, but shit, I was seeing Gretchen a lot.
Right, Big Gretch.
Big Gretch a lot.
She doing something.
Right, no doubt. No, I fuck around with it though for sure. And what I did want to do too before we go to the commercial break and get started, I do gotta remind y'all niggas that May 15th, we back in this bitch. Because we didn't nobody say nothing about it, so let's talk about it now. Yeah. May 15th.
May 15th.
It's over with.
Oh, no, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Easy Street Saloon.
Sure.
Back in effect on May 15th, man.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all pull up for carry out orders only, all right? So you got to call in, hit that carry out, dog. You're going to have some curbside service. Probably have V bringing out shit. So you're going to bring it out to your car. So make sure y'all pull up, man. May 15th, we are back in the building, man. Easy Street Saloon, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, dog.
Brooklyn.
You already know what it is, man. All right, so let's go ahead and go to commercial break, and then we gonna come back with our for real topic. If you didn't know, how do we change the stigma surrounding mental health? That's what we want to know. How do we change the stigma surrounding mental health?
I'll go get it.
And you know what? We got a lunch on the block today, dog. Y'all want to know what the question is before we go to break, or when we get back?
Shoot it to him now.
All right, so look, if y'all niggas watch Good Times, dog, this is a Good Times trivia question. I'm really excited about this. What was Penny's real name on Good Times? Hit me in the inbox. I mean, hit me in the comment box right now while we go to commercial break. If you know what Penny's real name was on Good Times, dog, I'm giving away $10 to your Cash App, bro. $10 to your Cash App right this moment, dog, so you can buy some motherfucking lunch, dog. Till then, though, you already know what it is, man. It's the Livest Cloud Radio Show on the planet
Earth, cuz.
straight from the E Block Radio live on your dial. We be back in like 1 minute, man. Think about that.
I got that.
What is Penny's real name on Good Times, dog? Giving away $10 to your Cash App, man. We be back in a minute.
Well, you might as well send it to me. I got it.
You can't say it though, because we live over here.
How come I can't win?
And we're back. Thank y'all for hanging out through the commercial break. You already know what it is, man. The nigga said Janet Jackson. Not her real name.
That's what my answer was. That's her. You said
her real name on the show.
You didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
Oh God, nigga.
You said her real name.
Real name on the show, bro.
But that's not what you said.
All right, so we back, man. You already know what it is. The Loudest Cloud Radio Show on the planet, man. Straight from the E Block Radio, live on your dial. Right this moment, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205. I got Monk Money and motherfucking Angry Man holding it down.
Yeah.
What up, though?
What up, though? Hey, if you
Brandon Snake, we said Janet Jackson too.
dog,
Because that's her real name.
Yeah. My man Bill got it, bro.
What'd he say?
Millicent. Dog, that is Penny's name, bro. Millicent.
Man,
yeah, you got that shit right.
You didn't.
Sure.
You said real name, nigga. I won.
I mean, real name on the show.
You didn't say that.
Man,
How the fuck? How you figure? Oh damn! My niggas from the Connected Experience, they chimed in too at the same time. Damn, they both said Millicent. Yeah, that's what it is though. So it's Millicent, and the scent is where they got Penny from.
Millicent.
Yeah, get that shit.
Jackson.
That shit don't count, bro.
No, it do count. You said real name.
Man, you think I'll give away? That's a dumbass question. Like everybody done
What's
won.
up, family?
I mean, shit. I don't know. But I'm just going. Hey, you asked the question and I answered it.
Yeah. All right. So shout out to my man Bill and the Connected Experience podcast, man. I'm gonna put y'all Cash App in the comments and shit. I guess since y'all kind of chimed in at the same time, I'll shoot both of y'all to 10.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did see that. That's what I'm talking about.
You didn't say on the show.
I did.
You said what is her real name.
I said what's her real name on the show.
You didn't.
That's man. Anyway,
Let's go.
To let you know something that we giving away lunch on the block. I ain't never giving away no question that motherfucker easy. Cause the niggas didn't know that was Janet Jackson. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is for real. All right, so look, this is what we're talking about today, man. Because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. We're talking about how do we change the stigma surrounding mental health, dog. That's what I want to know. Hit me in the comment box, man. We're about to have a little conversation about niggas being crazy and shit. Lucius. Oh damn. Her last name was Gordon. Oh, is that what he was talking about? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I guess he said it first and shit though. Oh yeah, right. Cause the old girl name was Miss Gordon and shit. Yeah, you're right. Damn, I hadn't even thought about that. All right, anyway, Angry Man, dog. What you think about that shit, man? How do we change the stigma surrounding mental health, dog?
Okay.
Damn, that's it.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not happening. Motherfuckers is out here crazy, man. I mean,
I ain't talking about how you fix them. How do you change the stigma though? Like, how do you make people comfortable with admitting that they crazy then?
I mean,
and first, crazy is not the political.
You know, first off, a lot of people got to admit that they're comfortable with being angry. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people out here with just
there we go.
Comfortable with being.
Just got actually use the microphone.
Comfortable with being pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot of people that don't start their day until they had an attitude about something. You know what I mean? And then once they have that attitude, yelled, hollered, and screamed, and argued with somebody, they cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think there's no real way to fix that shit.
You don't think so?
Nah. I don't think it is. You know what I mean? Because that'll go back to what you always fall on. You know how much counseling that shit gonna take?
Okay, well, that's part of it then, right?
Nah, everybody don't need that shit.
Oh, here we go. Now, he was just counseling the shit out the counselor on the last show. But now you don't believe in that shit.
I wasn't counseling her. I was just speaking.
You was counseling the shit out the counselor.
Yeah, I was just, keeping it real. You know what I mean?
You were counseling the shit out the counselor.
Shit.
lie ain't shit.
Right.
No, I was just keeping it real. I wasn't counseling her ass,
Yeah, right.
We were just having a conversation.
Yeah, right. He was grilling her ass. What you talking about?
And sometimes, keeping it real is better than counseling. If that's counseling, I don't fucking know.
Maybe that's counseling.
Yeah.
So you do believe in counseling, didn't even know it.
Nah, I don't. That shit don't work.
Get the fuck out of here. More money, dog. What you say, dog? How we change this whole little stigma?
Self-awareness, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I really think once you know they self, you know what I mean? I know I got a little crazy in me, though. You know what I'm saying? I know this, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't even fucking know they crazy. They just go on being crazy, and nobody ever told them, like, motherfucker, something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people just walk around, like, thinking this,
No, that's bullshit.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not know that you thrown off a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, this motherfucking angry man, he thrown off for sure. You know, because his first said was like, comfortable bit with being angry. That's what he said.
Already fucked up.
Already fucked up. Right, you know, off rip. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers are comfortable with being angry. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be, bro. You shouldn't have to live your life angry, bro, or upset or crazy. You know,
crazy or crazy.
And like, if you is crazy, I might seek some help, bro. You know what I'm saying? Counseling can't. It ain't got to be all the things. Find you a hobby. Somebody sit down, do something. You know what I'm saying?
Find a hobby.
Like seriously, bro. Like, find something to do with your time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers know they crazy, man.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know they crazy.
Yes,
bro.
they know right from wrong.
Man.
You tripping? I ain't gonna say that, bro.
You tripping?
They know right from
You
wrong.
tripping? A lot of motherfuckers don't know they crazy, bro. You tripping?
They know they crazy. They just don't give a fuck. It's a complete difference.
It's something, yeah, but I don't think all.
I think
a lot of times shit.
Give a fuck.
I think a lot of times shit happen in your childhood or your upbringing or whatever that make you think that certain shit is normal.
Yeah.
So you don't realize that you doing shit that ain't normal because you
Like
thought
what?
that shit was normal.
Like what?
Shit, just like you see how some parents talk to their kids, right?
Yeah.
So then kids start thinking that that's the normal way to communicate. So then you got kids who ain't even teenagers cussing up a storm and no respect for authority because they've never seen respect for authority.
No, their parents.
And they think that shit normal. The kid think it's normal.
No, that parent know it's wrong. They just
I said the kid.
I'm not done.
The kid.
I wasn't finished.
All right, nigga, there. Say something.
Okay.
Finish then,
Now let me finish. I mean, you was interrupting me. I didn't think you was done interrupting me. But like I said, the parents know it's wrong. They just, like I said earlier, a lot of people know they're crazy. They just don't give a fuck. The parents know that shit is wrong because at one point in time, it was entertaining to them that is wrong because their emotions to tell them they didn't like the way it felt, but they did it because it was done to them. How often do you hear that? My mom and them did this, talk to me this way, so I'm talking to my kids that way.
See,
even if it's right or wrong.
Proving the same point I just said.
I ain't proving shit, man. Like I said, they know that shit wrong. They just don't give a fuck.
Okay.
They're not crazy.
Okay, so just like you just said, and just like I said, the kid think that it's normal. And they're doing it because that's what their parents did to them.
And at one point, them kids going to realize that shit ain't right. They know that shit ain't right from the first time it happened. Because if that was the case, they would get talked like that everywhere they go. And they don't get talked like that everywhere they go.
This nigga sound crazy.
No, I'm serious. I mean, once they leave the house and go to school, they don't get spoken like that at school.
How you know?
Come on, man.
You got another kid that's hearing the same shit at home. You gonna bring him to school with him?
No, I said the teachers there won't speak to them like
the teachers, but the kids
they
will.
get spoke at home. But that don't, like I said, that don't make it right. That just means the parent don't give a fuck. That don't make them crazy.
But they think that shit is normal. They think it's normal for their parents to talk to them like that. You do understand what I'm saying on that tip, right? Oh, here we go. So Bill say, fair point, angry man. Got to find a way to approach people correctly to get them to truly open up. That's that shit is real as fuck. And that's not always therapy and shit. But it's just one of the things that I like to say. But I disagree like a motherfucker with that shit, bro. For sure. I feel like if your parents talking to you, communicating some kind of way, you take that communication elsewhere, which you start thinking that shit is normal.
Not necessarily.
And then you never identify that there's a problem.
No, not necessarily.
Bruh.
Because like I said,
Bruh.
Hold on. Nah, I can get cussed out 19 ways from Tuesday at home. I can go over your house and don't hear that. Go to your house and don't hear that. I don't think it's normal. I just think my parent don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Because my mother didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? She wasn't crazy. She just didn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I came over here numerous times. I didn't hear your mother talk to you like that.
So which one you thought was normal?
We can't take that from you because we heard your mother. You know what I'm saying?
And Kodak Lee mama.
I can go on the other side, but I've been around different parents outside of my element too. You know what I mean? I'd have been, the parents.
So which one did you think was normal?
I didn't think neither one of them was normal. I just took what I took and kept it moving.
Nigga, we all make a conscious decision on what we think is normal.
I mean,
quit trying to evade the whole question.
No, I'm not evading shit. I mean, how do I know at that age what is normal and what is not normal?
What you mean, 15, 16? What the
because
fuck?
From your experience.
At 15 and 16, I know right from wrong already.
From your experience,
I know my parent. I know you just talking shit. You ain't crazy. At that age, I know you just talking shit.
As a kid, you don't.
You ain't crazy.
As a kid, you don't. You think that's how parents do their kids.
I don't know what's normal at that age. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can come to your house and see how your parent treats you, and I can go home and see how my parent treat me, and see which one I like. That don't make it you know.
So since you don't know what normal is, by the time you decide what normal is, you do make a decision. Then what happens?
No.
And somebody call you crazy because you think that it's appropriate to talk to your kids like that.
Nah, because at a certain age, you know right from wrong. I don't give a
Man,
fuck.
you crazy as a motherfucker, bro.
Dog, you
You
feel
crazy as a
Man,
motherfucker,
I don't
bro.
give a fuck, man.
You
When
crazy motherfucker.
Like I said,
Hey,
when you hit 15 and
you
16,
mentally unhealthy,
You
nigga.
mentally
You
unhealthy,
know
bro.
it's right or wrong.
And that shit started from the crib, bro. You get that
I
crazy
don't want to
shit
hear that
from the
bullshit.
crib, bro.
I don't want to hear that
You know what I'm
bullshit.
saying? You already know what it is.
I don't want to hear
You
that
already
shit,
know what it is.
man. No,
Motherfucker, you even nuts right now for even saying that shit.
Okay, well, call me nuts. Okay, at a young age, I knew talking to your kid at a certain age was fucked up. I mean, I can recognize shit once I get a certain age. Just because it's at home don't make it, you know, okay, damn, that's normal. No, that is not fucking normal.
That is your fucking normal.
Come on, man.
That's your normal. You go home every day.
Now you making
You see
excuses.
that
Now you making excuses for these crazy
Excuses?
motherfuckers.
Nigga, you just said that parents said that they do that shit because the parents did it to them. So what's the difference?
But that don't make it right, though. Is what I'm saying. And you should.
So why nigga you doing shit that ain't
At a
right?
certain age, you recognize that. You know that. You know what the fuck is right and you know what the fuck is wrong. Come on now. Now, just because you act out on it
So
and using because my parents did this as an excuse, that's your problem.
So you still doing it though, right?
But that don't make it right.
So you just doing not right things and shit.
Just off what you said, because it happened at home, that don't make it right.
Because that's
at
your
a certain
normal.
age.
Because that is now your normal.
Normal,
Yes,
dog.
nigga.
No, fuck that. That don't make it right. Even though you
I
may
didn't
have
say right or wrong. I said
You-
it's your normal.
You may have grew up in that element. You may have got cussed out. You may have got dogged out, but you know it ain't right. That don't give you an excuse to go out and do it. You know right from wrong.
But you do
Just
it
because
you feel like it's normal.
Just because your parents fucked up don't necessarily mean you have to be fucked
But
up.
you think it's normal.
Whatever, man.
But you think it's normal.
Oh, Brady Bunch ass family ass nigga over here, nigga. Act like you grew up in the hood, nigga.
Right, and I know, and I know.
Act like you live in reality, man. Act like you grew up in the hood. Come on, man.
We had this whole conversation not too long ago about how.
Come on, man.
We had this whole conversation about how your daughter had some friends over and shit, and they was amazed that you was a live-in father, right? Because they're normal. There isn't a father at home.
Okay.
That's their normal.
Okay, they were kids, but like I said,
That's what we're talking about.
Hold on, bro. I'm saying, but y'all making it seem like once you plant that seed in them as a kid, that's how they fucking whole life supposed to be, and that's not. No. At a certain age, you realize what is right and what is fucking wrong. Period. And once you get to that pinnacle or that point, you make a choice. And a lot of people are doing exactly what you're doing, exactly what you're saying. Oh, I grew up like this, so I can just stay fucked up. No, come on, man.
I'm just saying.
You know right from wrong.
If that was a reality, then mental health wouldn't even be a situation.
Some people can deal with that shit. And
Because
get
people
on.
like you are
And
accepting
some
it.
people ain't got a motherfucking brain. Some people's brain don't work as well as yours.
Because you
You know
accepting
what I'm saying?
it.
It ain't
Because
because
you
you
accepting
accept
it.
So mental health only exists because people accept it? Is that what you saying?
Basically, 99%
Dog,
of it.
this nigga, wow.
You the reason why these motherfucking insane asylums closed down and all these crazy motherfuckers is roaming the streets because you thinking the same way.
Stop
as you think.
pacifying these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers know right from wrong. They know what the
Oh
fuck
my
they doing.
Yeah, this nigga tripping.
Yeah, he tripping now. This nigga.
It's just because, like y'all said, when he reaches a certain age, well, why you go out and do that shit? That's what I saw at home. But did you know that was right or wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you? You knew that was wrong. It's because it is accepted by you and it is accepted by the home. So they feel accepted. They feel accepted to keep doing dumb shit. And these motherfuckers know right from wrong.
Because it's their normal.
Man, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
If niggas knew right from wrong, wouldn't nobody be committing crimes and wouldn't
Nobody be in jail.
Right, when nobody be mentally unstable.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't give a fuck.
Nobody be investing millions
quit
and millions of
making
dollars
excuses for
in
these
fucking
niggas,
in
man.
prisons.
Quit making excuses
What
for
you
these
talking about?
niggas, man.
That nigga
These
still
niggas
making
know right
excuses.
from wrong.
Like Shai say, mental health is something that needs to be attacked at an early age. A lot of times the parents just say whatever to how their child is acting, knowing something is wrong. Q right, I had kids that play for me that act just like their parents, bro. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bill say, hell no, some people grow to an old ass age and never learn right from wrong. I got plenty of people as examples. That's for sure. I agree,
Hey,
man.
for real.
Coco J just checked in. What up, though? Dog, so that's what we're talking about, man. We want to know, how do we change the stigma surrounding mental health? This and the way Angry Man look at it, definitely we won't ever be able to change the stigma. The way he talking about it,
Right.
but because it's not
Motherfuckers know right from wrong, man.
it's a thin line though, like because there is a gray area.
It is.
There is a gray area.
It is, but
There's a point where you don't want to over pacify somebody and keep giving them excuses to act crazy. I get that,
okay, now
but you can't neglect the whole the whole like issue of mental illness and shit. You know, you can't neglect the whole shit.
Nigga know he crazy.
Okay.
Everybody know they crazy.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Oh, okay, I get that. and you know, okay, I get where you guys are coming from. But I just want you to see where I'm coming from, too. If you keep pacifying the situation, you're going to keep them, you know, because a lot of motherfuckers that's playing crazy ain't fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, but you also the nigga that want to chop people's heads off for stealing. So I don't know. I don't know about you. You want to chop people's feet off and shit for running away, nigga. I don't know.
I mean, that's not mental health, man. That's just, you know, protecting the product.
Stupid.
More money though. I'm gonna start with you though. Then I'm gonna ask you, Angry Man, cause I know, cause y'all got kids and shit. When we talking about like for real, like when you talk about mental health and shit, how soon or how early do you think you actually got to have these conversations with your kids?
Shit, soon they start rapping.
Yeah.
Because at some point, some of these motherfuckers don't even get to talking until they 8 and 9. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's crazy. And that's something is wrong with the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying the kid crazy, but something is wrong with the kid. Something traumatized happened in that kid's life for him not even fucking say a word. Like, I've known kids that start talking at a late age. You know what I'm saying? Start developing at a late age.
Let me ask you something, man. You got kids like I do. Okay. Well, you got nieces and nephews too, so you'll feel what I'm saying. So I can ask both of y'all this. Now, you know, old lady, she was real adamant about not talking baby talk, whatever that is. The goo goo gaga yada yada yada. She was like, no, fucking talk to that motherfucker. I mean,
totally agree.
Yeah, do you really think that plays a big, like you said, because kids don't, you right. Some kids don't learn how to talk till they 6, 7 years old. Yeah. Is that because how they were spoken to?
Yeah, it could
as babies?
It could be a factor. It could be.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Because when you come out the womb, nigga, you learning.
Yeah.
So everything you learn is what you take in. Now, granted, a lot of that early on shit you probably will forget, and maybe that's how some people turn out regular after all that goo goo gaga shit. But maybe you probably forget some of that shit. But I think everything that you take in from the point you come in this motherfucker, like, is retained in some fashion.
And that's why I don't
might start thinking that shit normal.
I don't condone the goo goo gaga shit either. Don't do that shit. Talk to my motherfucking baby regular. You know what I'm saying?
So it goes back to what you were saying. So now if a parent is at home cussing the fuck their kid out, and they explain to them at an early age why they cussing them the fuck out, because you know my mom had a saying, do as I say and not as I do. You know what I mean? Just because I do it don't make it right for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and I guess that's where I got stuck at. That don't make it right or wrong. It goes back to what you're saying. I guess that's my norm. I got stuck there. You know what I mean? Like, okay, just because you take a baseball bat and knock me the fuck out with it, don't mean I got to do that to my goddamn kid. Because I know that shit is wrong.
And we don't. And at this age, we don't. Like, we don't do that shit because Q always said it. Like, Q used to say, like, our parents went overboard. You know what I'm saying? He always said that.
But
shit.
That was our norm. That's how he explained it. Yeah. But that don't make it right for that. And that's my whole point.
At this point, we don't do the same shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? We like I wouldn't hit my son with no goddamn stitching cord, but I got my ass beat with that motherfucker. You feel me?
Total fuck to shreds, man.
You feel me? Like a zebra going to school the next day.
This nigga said like a zebra, dog.
I'm like, for real, dog. I had stripes. You know what I'm saying? and at this point, I wasn't there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you gotta learn from mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, like nobody got the blueprint on this shit. We don't know. But you know
what? I get it. You know what? I hated it.
We all winging it, bro.
I hated it, but I get it. I get why, our parents were so tough on us versus why we're not as tough on our kids as they were on us. We want to be, but let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. We were street kids.
Yeah.
We were outside. We were in the streets. Yeah. Now, I'm not necessarily saying in the streets doing bad. We was just out fucking side. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where shit happens, where you can get into shit, you can just do shit. Yeah. So their message to us had to be delivered hard. They had to deliver a point, because a lot of not a lot of us, but a lot of our friends, came from single parent homes, and their parent had to let them know, look, nigga, I can raise you from work. You know what I mean? I'm gonna whoop your ass delivering the message that I don't intend to do this shit again.
Right.
The next ass whooping, I might fucking kill you. Right. Versus us, our kids are homebodies. They're in the house. Yeah. You gotta force them to go outside. If they go outside, they ain't going no further than the backyard or the porch. Right. You know what I'm saying? Completely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just I don't want to I just don't want to neglect that part that a lot of that shit do play a role into what you become as an adult, and whether you figure out whether shit is right or wrong. I still think in the back of your head some shit is just perceived as normal for you. You know what I'm saying? Just like a kid, like let's say cause a lot of women deal with this and shit. I really hate bringing this shit up, but it's the truth. A lot of women deal with being molested as a kid and shit. Like I really don't know a lot of women who haven't had that experience. So it's just like they take those sexual experiences on with them, and it fuck their whole adulthood up sometimes because they still making decisions off of shit they think is normal because of what happened to them as a kid. And this happened to little dudes too, though. Don't get me wrong and shit. So I think that shit that you experience as a kid, you do sometimes. What's the word that they say? Compartmentalize and shit. I think that's the word. Like you tuck it away, but it's still back there, and it causes you to do certain shit, whether you know it's wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Right. But Angry Man don't agree with us on this shit. Look like he's about to go do some therapy real quick.
Yeah. Counseling.
Right, some counseling real quick and shit.
You gotta run out and do some counseling and shit.
So how early you say? As soon as they start talking and shit, you go get in their head about it.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you see something off, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole learning curve. Like nowadays we like he said, like the kids are at home. They're homebodies. So you more hands on with the kid because they in the house all day. Right. You know, like half the time it's the street. It's like he said, the street raised us a little bit. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Because we out all the time.
Because we out all the time. But you know what I'm saying? At this point we got our kids hands on with them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they now we can instill what's right and what's wrong, and they ain't gonna do no dumbass shit to get their ass beat again.
Right, because
you
you right there in proximity.
You right there. You know what I'm saying? You cutting that shit short right away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you own it. You know what I mean? So once you own it and you in the house and y'all in the house constantly, you know what I'm saying? You see your baby all day, every day in the crib. Then you got more time to motherfucking mold this kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? And a lot of parents don't even fucking take the time to mold their kid. They just be like, okay, let the little motherfucker be crazy. He crazy.
That little be crazy.
No, you know what I think it is. And he
walking around here saying, "Bitch, oh fuck," and y'all laughing.
Right. Posting on Instagram.
Yeah. A lot of this shit don't get a lot enough credit. You know what I mean? I think versus when our parents was coming up, I see a lot more 2-parent homes now. Even if, and what I mean by 2-parent homes, I don't mean sometimes all the time not under the same roof.
Right.
I see a lot of interaction with both parents now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Whether they together or not, right.
Yeah, I hear more guys, I gotta go pick my kids up. I got the kids this weekend, or I gotta go over here and fuck with my dude real quick. He done fucked up real quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. Versus back in the day, it was just one and done.
Right. Yeah. I think we moving away from how it used to be.
And so, like, to piggyback off what he said, now you got at least one parent in the home now.
Yeah.
Or one parent watching the kid now. Mm-hmm. Because now everybody's going to work. Most couples working opposite shifts, so somebody's always with the kid. Yeah. Or you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You more hands on with the kid. Versus, so you know how to teach the kid from right and from wrong, bro.
Yeah, versus us. We were at home a lot of times by ourselves because our parents was at work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because both parents didn't have a choice but to work the same shift. Or one had to work the overnight shift and one just had to sleep during the day, that the parent that didn't live with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like he said, now a lot of kids missed out on a lot of shit. We just got fortunate and lucky. Well, we were afraid that we probably would die.
Probably would die.
Knowing our parents, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Versus now, it's always somebody lingering around these kids. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's... I don't want to call it a gift and a curse, but
it's a gift and a curse.
It is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we learn lessons that they probably won't ever have to learn.
Yeah.
And we come up saying, and Monk, you can vouch, or agree or disagree. We come up saying, I don't want my kid going through that. Yeah. I don't want my kid to have to know what it's like not to have both of us in their life. I don't, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's cool. Yeah. I mean, but that's what made us who we are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
True. I feel what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it was just us, Damn, fucking Christmas pops at work. At the crib by myself. Motherfucker. Right. But you know what? It made me a different dude. You know what I mean? It made me like, I guess you could say that's my norm.
Yeah, but see, and but then I'm gonna tell you a norm that you got from your old man. That shit is fucking overworking, nigga.
Right.
That's the norm you got from your old man because you think that shit normal to work 99 hours in one day and shit, even though it's only 24. Like, so you think that shit normal? So I think I think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we go two totally opposite sides of the fence on that one because I just, you know, my whole stance on corporate America and all that shit. But anyway, let's shoot to the comment box real quick. Bill say acceptable? Nah, fuck that. My own grown family old as shit and still acting foolish as fuck. Shy said, dog, my mom said never talk to babies. I talk to my kids like they grown from the jump. Like what up, little nigga, you hungry? He's stupid, dog. Coco J say mental health issues can start in your childhood or adulthood. Mental health is associated with some type of trauma breakdown that individual has experienced. Yeah, so it don't always happen in the childhood, but I think those ones that happen in your childhood are the hardest to break. Because if you spend your whole childhood thinking something normal, it's hard to tell a grown nigga like that shit ain't what it is. Let me see. Bill said, keep him learning always. And then he said, yep, angry man, we grew up like baby's kids.
We did.
Yeah, we did. I ain't even go for it. Yeah, we did the shit. Hit me in the comment box, dog. If you got a comment, dog. We want to know, how do we change the stigma surrounding mental health? I think just to answer that question, I think the most important thing is to actually have these conversations that we having right now, like with our kids. And this is where the gray line comes in, because you want to have this conversation with your kids, but you also don't want them to use this as an excuse to act crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be like, they don't want to be able to use something as a crutch to say this is why they doing certain shit. So it's a thin line.
Or stop being that family that's saying, everybody knew something was wrong with them, but didn't nobody do shit.
Right. 10 years later, I knew something was wrong with that boy.
That motherfucker fucked up, man. Like, take your ass in that back room and sit down some damn
That boy was crazy from the womb.
Right, all the way from the womb.
Nobody do shit about the motherfucker, man.
Larry Vance just checked in. He said weed, and more weed. Right, I'm done smoking up, man. I be getting high in the motherfucker for no reason, for real. The Connected Experience podcast, what up, though? They check back in. He said, we should understand that mental health is a term and everyone doesn't have the same mental issue. That's for sure. I mean, mental health is a blanket statement, you know what I'm saying? Because that can all just kind of include everything. But I think identifying it, though, is definitely important. And again, it's just that it's something you got to learn that, like you said, it's not going to be in the handbook. You just going to have to figure out how to, decide on how to, like, push that whole idea. Because a lot of times you will fuck around and give a kid an excuse to act a motherfucking ass because you done told them that. You know what I'm saying? These other outline.
Y'all think that shit cute. Y'all laughing at that stupid
and that's
shit.
all I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? If you put it in his head that he crazy, then he's gonna be
crazy, right? Yeah,
and then don't nobody do shit about it at home. He's gonna continue to act that motherfucking way.
But I'm gonna tell you that just like I think
that's his normal.
That's his normal. Right. I ain't gonna lie though. I think the easiest way, and this probably sound too simple, but I think the easiest way to combat mental health, especially in the household as a child, is to just fucking pay attention. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to your kid, bro. Like
a lot of that be killed at home, like he always say, man.
Yeah, just pay attention.
Shit start at home. Because all of us sitting here got a little crazy in us. We all got a little crazy in us. But you got to think, as kids growing up, we wouldn't take that crazy in the motherfucking house. Why? Because you get your ass knocked the fuck out.
Murder. You think you're going to get murdered?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't fuck taking you to a shrink. They didn't take you to no therapist. They just punched you in your shit until you got the motherfucking point.
So I guess, where are we now? We kind of in a situation where we try to do an equal amount of both. Nah, we want to beat their ass and explain? Like, I don't know what you want to do.
Because you can't put your hands on kids now. That's why these young motherfuckers out of control.
Ain't nobody beating their kids' ass?
No, you can't. You can't.
He must think he on camera.
Nigga. You think I don't know that? Nobody?
No, you stupid as hell.
What the fuck happened almost a year ago, nigga?
Yeah, that was a year ago.
Man.
They got 3 strikes in this motherfucker.
Yeah, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't do none of that shit. And I mean, the fear factor is gone. You know what I mean?
So is that what's necessary? The fear factor?
Yes. I think it helps.
Yeah.
I really do.
The fear factor is how you... I don't know, dog.
No, I think...
Because the fear factor might have created a lot of these mental health concerns.
No, fuck all that. I'm talking good old-fashioned, honest 1979 Joe Jackson ass whoopings. I'm talking
Joe Jackson.
the honest ones.
You
know
see
what
how
I mean?
Michael turned out.
When you fucked up, no, for real, feel me. Like if you honestly fucked up and you knew you were coming home, you were scared because you know if you honestly fucked up and you knew it was gonna be an honest ass whooping, then that is gone. Because like I said, we can go to school fucked up the next day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why you got the bruise on your arm? Oh, I know why. The teacher tell you, I know why you got the bruise on the arm because I sent your ass home with the note.
Right.
Yeah, you got your ass whooped.
Right.
Now go sit your ass down some damn way. Now
Right.
you gonna have motherfucking kid go to school with a mark on his arm. You gonna have motherfucking the ATF, the feds, the Coast Guard, safeties. Everybody gonna be at your motherfucking house.
Safeties.
Everybody gonna
Don't
be
remember safeties.
at your motherfucking house trying to arrest your ass. You know what I
Like
mean?
a safety patrol.
You gonna have everybody out that motherfucker trying to get your ass because you can't do shit no more.
No,
You know,
side note though. I did that shit for a semester. They got Lynch Annex. I never gave nobody a citation, nigga. Cause that was a combination of the safety patrol and campus patrol, so you get to tell on niggas.
Right.
I never did that shit though. Anyway, though, I just want to say that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I think it's. I feel like it's got to be a balance between the two. I think you still got to beat your kid ass a little bit. You got to karate chop this motherfucker, punch him in the chest or
So
something.
then explain why he got his ass
Yeah,
whooped.
so it's got to be an equal. Like you can't
like-
completely give up on the fear factor. You can't completely give up on it.
But a lot of them do. Because, like, you know, like, I got, 4 kids. You know, one I can threaten. One I have to take shit from.
Yeah.
And another one I have to just put in the fucking camel clutch until they get the goddamn point. You know what I
Right.
mean? I literally got to put
6
this
camel
motherfucker in a
clutch.
figure 4 leg lock. You not just... like, man, you not just getting it, bro.
We
Niggas
know.
just be getting fucked up.
We know.
You know.
We got that magical knock on the door the other day.
Yeah.
And the magical knock on the door.
Magical knock on the door.
You
So,
never
I
seen-
mean, all
Childish.
kids don't have to get fucked up. But,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the parents out there feel me, you'll feel me. You have kids, some you can talk to and get across to. Some you literally have to punch in the motherfucking mouth
Yeah, for sure.
to get their goddamn attention.
Right.
And then, you feel bad, but you got to think, like, well, you said earlier, a lot of that is me probably. That was me coming up as a kid. I was stubborn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just couldn't.
But see, then you got
I couldn't be stubborn. But now, because of this leeway, these kids can act the fuck how they want to act.
So like, look at that though. So you just
Not true, not mine.
just
Well, you know what I'm saying.
just looking at that example you just gave though. So like you say, some kids you have to go that route. And why do you think that is? Because at some point in their head, they think that it's normal that you have to go that route in order to understand what you're saying or to get what
I
you're
don't
saying.
think they think it's normal. I just think a lot of kids are just being badasses, man.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
Just being badasses.
That's it.
Just acting out. It's simple as that, man. It's simple, stupid. I don't think they think it's normal to do that. Because if you ask a lot of kids at that age what the word normal mean, they couldn't even tell you what it is. So I don't think
If you
they
ask them
think
what
it's-
their normal is, they
I
can tell
don't
you.
think it's normal. You know what I mean? They have the ability in the leeway and the freeway to act the fuck out.
Just like some women get into relationships and all their relationships, nigga beat their ass and they don't think that the nigga don't love them unless he beating their ass. Like they start thinking that shit normal. Like we all done seen that before.
Yeah.
Like it's some women that like you have to be aggressive with them because that's the only they think that equals love. So they think that shit normal. So you think that shit don't happen in a kid?
Nah.
Shit. If that shit happened in an adult, you know it happened in a
Shit,
kid.
that adult had to be a kid first before they fucking came an adult.
Nah.
Shit.
Motherfucker came out the womb a whole ass adult.
Right.
Nah.
PD weak strong ass shit.
Nah. And I'm gonna tell you why. Even though that woman getting her ass whooped and may have gotten her ass whooped, at the end of the day, she know that shit is wrong. You just choosing to deal with it.
So again, this ain't about right or wrong. This just about what she perceives as normal.
That don't make it normal. Maybe that's
Right.
what she like.
It's normal, but it don't make it right. That's all I'm saying. So you correct. This shit don't have to be a right or wrong thing. It's just like she think that shit normal though. And that's why our motherfuckers be needing therapy and shit.
You might need no goddamn therapy.
Coco J say mental health is not just about being crazy. Bill said, yeah, people are all different. Having a genetic disorder like Down syndrome isn't the same as the guy who thinks he has bees in his beard. Even depression doesn't equal suicidal. Everyone is different. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, obviously you can be depressed without wanting to kill yourself and shit. So I think a lot of things though, I say a lot of things that's instilled in these kids, man, it develops into some kind of mental health concern.
For sure, because everybody don't got the same crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Everybody got the same brain, so everybody ain't got the same crazy. Like everybody in this room a little bit of crazy, but it ain't the same crazy.
Right, different crazy.
It's different crazy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, we got a few more minutes because it's after 11. Hit me in the comment box if you got a last minute comment. We trying to figure out how do you change the stigma surrounding mental health, especially in our community. Hit me in the comment box right now. Shout out to the Connected Experience podcast and my man Bill and shit who won Lunch on the Block today by answering the trivia question. What was Penny's real name on the show?
Now you want to stress this shit.
And the answer was Millicent.
Man,
and that's where Penny came from, because the scent on Millicent. So shout out to them too. Bill, make sure you do drop your Cash App into the comments so I can hit you up and send you that. My man Ty just checked in. What up, though? Super late because we're getting ready to get off now. Last minute comments, though. Hit me in the comment box, dog. How do we change the stigma surrounding mental health? Also, before we get out of here, don't forget, man, May 15th. Guess who's Bizak? No. Come pull up, get some of the best smokehouse food in the city and shit, man. Easy Street Saloon, 16101 East 10 Mile Road, man. You got to call ahead, though, and get that motherfucking carry out, you know what I'm talking about, because the inside not going to be open. But May 15th, come up and get some of that smokehouse food, Angry Man.
Them punk ass chicken wings, man.
Stupid.
I need them bitches in my life.
Yo, what's your last sentiments on the way out, my guy?
Just whoop ass.
This nigga said just whoop ass.
I mean, that's basically what it got away from. You know what I mean? A lot of kids about our age grew up, thought they was crazy until they got their ass whooped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Discipline is gone.
Said whoop ass.
No, seriously, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but seriously, man. We allow a lot of these motherfuckers to act crazy until they think they crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't getting their ass kicked at home like how we were.
Right.
You know what I mean? We had a few fools. You know.
Fools.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think it's because they were mentally fucked up. I think the drugs just got a hold of them.
Oh, damn, that's a whole nother conversation right there.
I don't really think a lot of these motherfuckers that we grew up with was nothing mentally wrong with them. Yeah. A lot of them just went out here and got some bad shit and got fucked up in the head. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Can't get right.
To honestly say somebody's mentally fucked up, I really can't say I knew anybody that was mentally fucked up. I knew, like I said, I knew motherfucking kids that grew up and got some bad shit and got fucked up.
Right.
You know, because ass was being kicked at home. And a lot of these kids now claim they mentally fucked up because first off, they ain't getting no discipline at home, and then they find out when they get in the system and get locked up that wasn't shit wrong with them. Too late now, you locked up.
He says too late.
You know what I'm saying? I mean that plays a big part in it. You know, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because like he always say, the shit start at home. If ain't shit starting at home, these kids gonna go out here and think they're immortal and think they crazy and think they can do what the fuck they want to do until something called reality hit their ass. Then you really find out who the really ones that's fucked up. Because like I said, I know a lot of people, but I don't think I know anybody that was mentally fucked up. And I know a lot of motherfucking people, man. Yeah, so, you know, just kick ass.
My buddy, what you say?
Like I said, it's self-awareness, bro. You know something going on. You know what I'm saying? You know something wrong with your kids. You know what I mean? Like at some point, you see the problem. You know what I mean? And it's on you to act on it. No matter what kind of action you take. You know what I mean? If it's conversation or whooping ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At some point. But that shit and whooping ass don't always be the case. You know what I'm saying? Something can be actually fucked up with this kid. You know what I mean? Like, and you just can't whoop ass and just say, fuck it, it's over with. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta see what's going on in their motherfucking mental also. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like, but like I said, we more hands-on with our kids. That's why we don't whoop ass like as much as we can. We should. Because our kids are already in the house playing video games. Back in the day, we was on the street, nigga, like you ride down these streets naked as hell. We was in the
empty as hell, right?
Yeah, we was in the street playing football, pick them up, mess them up. We was outside, you know what I'm saying? So kids are in the house more, you know what I'm saying? So you got more hands-on experience with your kids and teach them from right and from wrong. Right. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't take advantage of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And a lot of people do. You know what I mean? And that's why these kids get fucked up when these parents, like you said, these parents gotta work and nobody there, you know what I'm saying? help them and guide them in the right direction. And I think as a black male race, I think we fucked up somewhere down the line. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying that shit though. Like we fucked up some down the line because we leaving these chicks with these kids and they getting fucked up because your dumb ass ain't there.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I really think it's like, motherfucker, it boils down to like all self-awareness, bro. You know who you fucking with, know who you are, so you can understand other folks, you know what I'm saying? You can't understand nobody else if you don't know who the fuck you is, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's real shit. Yeah, for sure. On that note, man, I completely agree on that. And just going back to the actual topic, like how do we change the stigma? I think the best thing, like I said before, is to just have these conversations, man, communication, and also just paying attention, though. Like, because a lot of times, a lot of things that happen with these kids, and a lot of things that happen with even your significant other, like they go through changes and dealing with shit. And honestly, if you pay just enough attention, like you will be able to catch shit early. And a lot of times, I know that Angry Man said he ain't really think that shit, but I think a lot of, I ain't gonna say 90% of them, but a lot of people out here functioning on some shit that they really feel like is normal. Like even as an adult, like they really haven't decided the difference between it being right and wrong, because they really have become accustomed to some shit being normal. And I think that at least that conversation needs to be had, and somebody needs to just be paying attention. Because like I said, a lot of people just doing crazy shit and thinking shit normal because nobody's paying enough attention to say something about it. And that definitely can happen at the crib, like, because your kids can just be doing outlandish shit and you just not really paying attention. And for whatever reason that may be, like maybe you working too much, maybe it's just not enough time in the day, whatever it is, but you just got to figure out some way to start paying attention. Like people are quarantined right now, and I bet even if they scream at FDK, man, fuck them kids. Even if they don't care about them kids at this point, they've been locked down with their ass. I guarantee that their communication and their relationship is better with their kids at this point because they had a moment to slow down and fucking pay attention, nigga. That's it. That's all niggas really want in life, niggas, to be paid attention to. Like, unfortunately, that's just human nature. But on that note, man, I want to thank everybody who checked us out on IG Live. Everybody checked us out on Twitch and on motherfucking Facebook, YouTube, all that good shit. Make sure you do log on to www.eblockradio.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell so that you get notified every time we go live. And speaking of live, don't forget, man, tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episode number 2 of the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast, man. Everyone loves BBW. Make sure you check us out. We're talking about Maker's Mark tonight. So pull up on that at eblockradio.com. Don't forget, and May 15th, Easy Street Saloon is back in the building for carry-outs only.
Yo!
All right, so make sure you pull up. Emma just checked in. What up, though?
Chicken wing.
All right, dog. Till the next time, man. You already know what it is. The Livest Cloud radio show on the planet.
Earth nephew.
Straight from the E-Block Radio live on your dial, man. Got my man Angry Man in the building.
Man, just whoop their ass.
Got my man Buck Buddy holding it down.
Man, you already know.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Yep.
I'll let your loved ones, cousins,